Pawpaw Sammy and Alley here. I was asked by actually two of my subscribers in a comment to, I reckon, give my life story on how I stay healthy and look so young at 83 and get around like I do. Well, what they seeing is videos on YouTube. So now I'll give you the cold hard facts of life. Back in the late 60s, I was on a job site. I slipped and busted my back out. I spent 8 weeks in a hospital in traction. They wanted to operate, I wouldn't let them. And I got up and hobbled out, literally got out of the bed and hobbled out of the hospital. Okay. In the late 70s, I had both hands crushed. Fingers don't bend, nubbed off. By the time my wife got to the hospital, they had me unconscious. My hands had got crushed in steel. They were going to amputate these 6 fingers. You know, the ones that don't bend and they all nubbed off and all crooked. She wouldn't sign the papers. She said, I will not sign papers for y'all to amputate his fingers. So they put them in steel sprints. They formed them in steel and left me with these 2 fingers. Thumb, finger. I got out the hospital. I went home, got myself in a tub of blistering hot water with a rubber ball, and I started doing this. I took the splints off, busted the stitches out, bleeding all in the bathtub. I continued that for about 3 months. Got the fingers back. They stiff. In the morning, I got to soak them in hot water to get them to move sometimes, but I got them. Now let's continue on. After that, things went pretty good until, let me think. It's been a while. I would say in the late 70s. Let's fast forward now, up into the 70s. All right, 2007. I'm sorry, in 2000s. 2007, we were on vacation in Florida. I got up one morning and I told Bobby, I said, Angel, something's not right in here. She said, you hurting? I said, no. I said, but I don't feel right. And she said, well, we get back home, we'll go to the doctor. We came back, I called the doctor, he made an appointment, went up there, he took one look, said, I'm calling the Baton Rouge General Hospital, we're gonna have you committed now. He said, if I'm not mistaken, you've got cancer. Either a black bile duct. So I went to the hospital, sure enough, I had pancreatic cancer. They came in there with long faces, and they told me that you, under the best conditions, you have maybe 5, 6, 8 weeks to live. Under the best conditions. Now we can do a surgery, a Whipple surgery, possibly extend you for 6 or 8 months or another year or 2. So I opted for the surgery. Okay? A Whipple surgery pertains to, they take out part of your stomach, part of your intestines, your gallbladder, and half of my pancreas is gone. Okay? Back when they did the surgery on me, the average lifespan for a Whipple surgery was 7 years. Okay? That was 15 years ago. Here I am. Now, let's fast forward again. Okay? Oh, it must have been 2020 during a hurricane. a tree fell, tore the end off my house, crushed a brand new car, busted my shed out there, completely crushed my shed, caught me and Mama under the tree. Bobby they managed to get her out quick. She had damage to her right leg, wound up having surgery on the leg. I was under that tree for an hour and 20 minutes. They would jack it up, it was raining. They would jack it up, massive oak tree. They would jack it, and the jacks would sink into the mud. They finally got mats, big air mats, and got the tree high enough that they could cut me out from under it. Okay? Intensive care. Now, I'm in intensive care. When I got out of intensive care the very first day, the first responder that helped cut me out from under that tree, their team leader, came to the hospital. He said, I need to ask you a question. I said, all right. He said, you was trapped under that tree for an hour and 20 minutes. He said, you never once panicked. He said, all you asked was, where's Bobby? And when she answered you, he said, you just relaxed. I said, yeah. I said, when I relaxed. Now, people, I'm going to tell you something I don't usually share. When I heard her voice and knew she was okay, I was all right. And that's when I said, Lord, it was my turn to go. Take me now. Because I know the pain's going to set in a few minutes, and I don't want her to see me suffer. I said, so if it's your will, let's get it on. Well, for whatever reason, he decided I should stay here for the second time. Survived pancreatic cancer, survived a tree falling on me. Broke my back in 3 places, broke my hip in 2 places, broke my left leg, my left foot, my left arm, peeled my hair off my head. I got 27 stitches to sew my hair back on. Okay? I got out the hospital, and they was giving me all the reasons I wouldn't be able to walk good. I might have to have a walker or a walking cane. And I said, that's fine, whatever. I can get around as good now as I did 20 years ago. And I reckon the reason I'm telling everybody this, you can't give up. I was brought up, like I said, extremely rural. We were sharecroppers. We had nothing. And I've seen my daddy and grandpa get out of that bed hurt, couldn't hardly walk. And they'd say, son, if you got 2 choices, sit down and shut up, or shut up and get up. And all my life, I have shut up and got up. And if I faltered, Bobby would step in. You can't sit here and feel pity. You got to get up, Sam. And I've always got up. Now, even right now, I get around good. But some mornings when I start to get out of that bed, I have to roll out on my knees and then get up slow and straighten out. But then the minute I can move and walk, I head straight into the living room. Bobby and I do yoga. It's not, we don't tie ourselves in knots. It's a real smooth stretching yoga. About 15 minutes. Every morning we stretch. Then we'll go to the club and we'll walk a mile, mile and a half. I don't work weights anymore. My old shoulders won't let me. So what I do is I work in rubber bands, stretching, working the stiffness out. And people, that's my life. Now, I might look like a spunky monkey on this video, but believe me, I've paid a heck of a price over the years. But I'm happy. I got a good life. I got a great wife, a great family. Hey, like I said, you got 2 choices in life. You can sit down and cry, and the whole world's just gonna walk off and leave you. Or you can shut up and get up. It takes a lot of willpower. And when I falter, Bobby takes over. Like I said, that what you see on that videos is a video. This is a cold hard facts of life, and sometimes it gets rough. But sooner or later, the good Lord's gonna say, "Let's go." And all I got to say to this world is, I've had a good life. Like and subscribe.